Suns down 3 on the brink here in game 1. Booker taking on Westbrook, and a block by Westbrook, and he throws it off of Booker. It is Clipper ball. What a play.
Westbrook's defense on this play was amazing. Not only does Westbrook get the block, but he also takes advantage of Book's complaining to finish the play and help to seal the game. It's kind of funny. They told me that Westbrook never makes winning plays, but this play right here is quite literally a winning play. But even if Westbrook never did make any winning plays, it's the postseason, where I've come to expect the unexpected. In the postseason, there are a lot of things that go off script, but there are also a lot of things that we've seen before, like Kawhi Leonard coming out and showing us shades of Jordan. In Game 1, Kawhi was spectacular, scoring 38 against the Suns. Postseason Kawhi is hands down one of my favorite players in the game today. Once he sees the ball go through the basket, you're in trouble. I guess you could say that all of that Jordan film that he used to watch the minute after he'd finish a game in college would pay off. When you think about it, there's really nothing like the NBA postseason. I personally believe that we are watching one of the most theatrical NBA postseasons in recent memory. The storylines, the narratives, and the hype is everywhere. There are multiple narratives that you could grab from just this series alone.
Kept saying, I'm coming. And is Cantner off the bench having some words as well.
Guys, let's just say that we have a ton to discuss this video, but first, today's content is brought to you guys by SoRare. Let me tell you guys that there is some awesome stuff going on right now with SoRare, so check it out. In addition to our weekly gameplay, we now have NBA playoff game day coming to SoRare. What this is it's basically a postseason tournament that will be cumulatively scored to produce a final score at the end of the postseason. The better that your final score is, the better chance you have to win some of these awesome prizes that SoRare is offering, which means that you'll definitely want to be consistent and setting your lineup so that you can make your score the highest possible. When it comes to my lineup, I don't really try to get too flashy. Tatum is by far my best player, and he's playing one of the weaker playoff defenses, so he's going to be my MVP. Coincidentally, I also have to put Trae Young in my lineup because he's only 35 points against my cap, which is really cheap for a superstar of his magnitude. Let me know what you guys think of my lineup. I don't know, I think I sort of like it. Guys, use the link in the description below to sign up for SoRare and to join my private NBA league. If you sign up using my link, you'll get 20 free common cards to help you get started. Also, make sure you set your lineup for the next playoff game week so that you can start climbing that playoff tournament leaderboard. Because trust me, you don't want to miss out on these prizes. I want to give a huge shout out to SoRare for coming through and sponsoring today's content. The Phoenix Suns are supposed to be one of the major winners of this regular season's trade deadline, being able to make a splash, acquiring a generational forward in Kevin Durant. This was a move that was supposed to completely alter the outlook of the entire Western Conference. I'm telling you guys, after this move, everybody was acting like there was no way that the Suns could even lose a game with a healthy Kevin Durant. And for the most part, they were right. At least until the Suns got to the postseason. The Suns were 8-0 with Kevin Durant during the regular season, yet somehow they would go on to lose their first postseason game to none other than the Kawhi Leonard and Russell Westbrook-led Los Angeles Clippers. What's truly mind-boggling isn't necessarily that the Suns would lose a game to this Paul George-less Clippers team. What's mind-boggling is that they lost to this Clippers team when Russell Westbrook couldn't throw a rock into the ocean. Westbrook actually went 3 of 19 this game, and they still won. Now, we all know that stats aren't everything, and that the 3 of 19 does not tell the full story because he was phenomenal doing everything else, even guarding Kevin Durant and helping to hold him scoreless in the first quarter. The Clippers' defense as a team and Westbrook's relentless pursuit was very fun to watch. I can't even lie, I was surprised myself that KD didn't record a field goal in the first quarter. Both Kevin Durant and the Suns went out sad last year, So I was expecting just this major bounce back performance to start the postseason. Both of these parties have a lot of people to shut up, and they can shut them up by simply handling business. But as we all know, that's easier said than done. Devin Booker and Kevin Durant make up one of the filthiest duos in the NBA. From a bucket-getting perspective and a difficult shot-making perspective, there aren't many duos who measure up to what these guys are capable of doing. With that in mind, their playoff debut together was sort of disappointing to me. I mean, KD only had 15 field goal attempts. 15! This guy just had one of his most impressive regular seasons, breaking the laws of efficiency in basketball, being the only player to ever record a 55-40-90 split in a season, and he's out here only getting 15 field goal attempts in 45 minutes of action. I understand that he also did shoot the ball 10 times from the free throw line. It's just that, to me, it really did feel like KD was out there not trying to step on anybody's feet. And while I do understand that, you are still Kevin freaking Durant. You are one of the best players in the game of basketball. We've seen what you can do. Don't hesitate to take over a game if you have to, especially when the team is falling in love with CP3 and Ayton pick and rolls, and Monty is still struggling with rotations. Monty's rotations have been a problem since his New Orleans days. Now, we experienced some of those same problems, just with a different face. Again, it's not like him or Book played bad or anything. In fact, they both had huge impacts, and despite being able to do more, I'm not going to be too mad at Kevin Durant recording a 27, 11, and 9 line, and Booker dropping 26.
Seattle Russell tonight. What do you gave you guys?
I told him, during the game, I think I'm not sure if it was second or third quarter, maybe late second, that your scoring is not that important. Like, don't get frustrated with, missing shots. Take good shots, take the right shots, but you bring us way more than just scoring the basketball. So don't let that affect your game. And, defensively, he was great on KD. I thought his physicality was good. He got a few offensive rebounds at the end of the game. We kept the ball alive. We got some more possessions. And the big stop on Book at the end, and so don't get discouraged about making shots or missing shots, because you bring way more to this team than just making shots. And I thought he was phenomenal tonight.
To get back to talking about Westbrook, as I said earlier, his defense and effort everywhere else was great. Westbrook was locked in from the moment that this game started. He'd finished this game with 9 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, and 3 blocks. Westbrook undoubtedly had the best 3 of 19 game that I will ever see in my lifetime. And if there are any Pelicans players watching this video, I promise you that is not a challenge. While everything that Westbrook did this game was very important, his offensive boards and overall activity on the glass felt especially pivotal. There was one moment late in this game that I really loved. He gets the offensive contested rebound, gets ready for a reset, sees a wide open Kawhi, who of course knocks down the jumper. I know that a lot of people want to point the finger at Ayton and Ayton only for Westbrook's performance on the glass, but I don't really think that that's fair. Maybe I'm naive for thinking this, but personally, I believe that rebounding should be the responsibility of a team. I agree that Ayton can play stronger and give a more consistent effort on the glass, but at the same time, I can also agree that the Suns have to do a better job of helping him out, especially if you know he's struggling. If you've ever played big, you would know that rebounding is not fun when the other team has guys that are getting free runs at the basketball. Ayton is a really confusing player to me because he has the talent to be a top 5 big in the league, but it feels like oftentimes he's just fine being serviceable. And sometimes that works for the Suns because they are so talented, but other times it comes back to bite them. I'm still kind of surprised that Ayton is still on the team after everything that happened last year. Here's to hoping that in the coming games that he does out-rebound CP3, who somehow found a way to pull down 11 boards in game 1. Guys, in the comments below, let me know which team you are more high on, the Los Angeles Clippers or the Phoenix Suns. Clicking the video on the screen right now is a great way to support my channel. I'm GetLikeCoop, bringing you guys the scoop until our next upload.